I've got Bob here with Propet Footwear. Bob, I'm curious, it's 2024, footwear technology. Where are we? Where are we going? Where's Propet going, I really should say? And what's new on the market today that people can look at?
Thanks, Ryan. We have a new shoe from Propet called the Propet DuraCloud 392. And the DuraCloud 392 has not just great cushioning, but it also has...
When you say cushioning, I mean, this is... You could squeeze that, and I would imagine, does this go all the way through the foamy part? Do you know?
Yes. So this cushion here is our new high rebound 𝗗𝗶𝗀𝗃 DuraCloud cushion. So what this is it's not only is it super light, but it is super cushiony.
Right.
So you're going to get a lot of cushion here. So
Yes. You got to show them on the camera side.
Oh, the camera side.
All the white here is basically really soft because you're showing it like this. The camera can't see that side.
This 𝗗𝗃𝗃 DuraCloud cushioning is a kind of cushioning that we developed. Okay. So it's going to be very, very soft and light on the foot. So it's going to provide a lot of bounce. It's like shock absorbers on your car. These are great. This is a great shock absorber.
So it's almost like I'm guessing that when the heel strikes, that's going to compress, but it's going to give you a little rebound, if you will, to kind of help propel you forward.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Also, in this shoe, you can see it here, we have an exposed carbon fiber shank. And when we take a look at this shoe, the inside, we have the insert, we have our spacer, and then this is our carbon fiber shank.
Is this what is that literally the size of the shank in the shoe? So let's talk about what a shank is and what its purpose is in a shoe.
So the purpose of a shank is to stabilize the twist of a shoe. So when a shoe twists when you're walking, that fatigues the foot.
Right.
So if you have a good shank, like a carbon fiber shank is considered, in many ways, a carbon fiber shank is considered one of the best shanks on the market. So that controls the twist of the shoe.
Right, because we want a solid foundation. You don't want something that can just roll essentially under your feet, especially with lateral loads. So when we're shifting, oh, I want to go this direction or I want to go this direction, you don't want that shoe to roll or flex underneath your foot because you could roll an ankle and it just causes unneeded wear and tear on the foot.
Yes, and that's part of what a good shank does. It'll stabilize the foot, stabilize the shoe, which stabilizes the foot.
And so what is the benefit of carbon fiber then?
Carbon fiber is one of the stiffest substances that you can use for a shank. A lot of shanks used to be metal. Metal's kind of heavy, and nowadays when you go through the airport, you can't have metal in your shoes. You would set off the detectors. So carbon fiber is super strong.
Okay.
And it's used for a lot of other uses, but as a shank, it's one of the best materials that you can use for structure, for stability, for keeping the twist away from the shoes so that your foot does not get as fatigued.
And I just noticed so that this white that we were talking about on the sides, you can see the the entire piece. So this is, I mean, that feels good. I might have to get a pair.
Yeah, there you go. Well, also, it's important to note that this is a solid piece. There's not like air bubbles in here.
Okay.
Because like the spacing of air bubbles, sometimes it'll make a shoe light, but it's not good for the total structure of the shoe. This is the way a shoe should be made. With a solid piece here.
Very interesting. Is there any other up and coming technology? I noticed that the heel base seems much wider than a conventional shoe. Is there an advantage or disadvantage to that?
So anytime you have a wider heel base, you're going to get more stability.
Okay.
And it's really good that your feet are stable inside the shoe. So if you have a narrow base, your foot could rock a little bit one way or the other, but with a wider heel base, with a wider heel strike area, you're going to get more stability.
Okay. So I would imagine that if people at a certain age tend to start losing stability, the balance becomes an issue, this would be a great option for those people just to give them a little bit more of a support. Because again, this is the first thing that hits the ground.
Yes.
And so this is the foundation for walking.
Yes.
Is your shoe. So having that wider base at the bottom, I could see where that would definitely add some stability.
That is true. And also, if you notice that there's, this is a normally made shoe with a sole, and it has the regular heel strike area here.
Mm-hmm.
And on some shoes, like the Propet Ultra, we have a little bit of a rocker to the back.
Yep.
It's not a rocker sole, but there's a little bit of a rocker, which assists in walking. So your heel strike will be like
It's
that.
not quite as blunt versus just hitting a corner, if you will. And not that this is 90 degrees, but you can imagine hitting something where it's a hard corner versus something that's got a rolled edge to it.
Yes, and so the rocker back and the rocker toe create more of a smooth ride.
Okay.
As you're walking.
I would imagine it would just make things more efficient, and then you've got this rebound cushioning there that's just kind of helping propel you forward.
Correct.
Very nice.
Yeah, that is good. Now the other thing that we've done lately is we have what we call our flex fit shoes. Mm-hmm. So we have like for instance in the Ultra here. So these are elastic laces. So a lot of people nowadays.
And I guess this is the same
Yeah,
thing.
that's
It's just
the same thing.
It's round instead of flat.
Right. Yep. Okay. So it's elastic laces. So what you can do is you can unstrap the top here, simply slip your foot in, and then you can secure with the top strap. Your heel is more secure now, or the foot is more secure now inside the shoe. And securing the heel inside the shoe is very important, because if you have heel movement like in a slip-on shoe or a step-in shoe, chances are you're going to not only get heel movement here, but chances are the whole foot is going to move a little bit back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah.
So our flex system, or FX as we call it for short, our FX fitting system will help stabilize the foot and the heel inside the shoe, so you get proper a
Support,
great feel.
but you still get the convenience, if you will, of a slip-on. But you've got one extra step over of a slip-on is just doing this strap here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's smart. I like it.
Yeah, it's been great.